Hello everyone. In this video lecture, let us understand Module 1 Overview of Digital Design with Verillog HDL. Let us understand the topics Evolution of CAD and Emergence of HDLs. First, let us understand about the evolution of CAD. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. We have seen how digital circuits have evolved over the last 25 years. Earlier, digital circuits were built using vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes were very bulky and they would generate a lot of heat, and the performance of digital systems built using vacuum tubes was less when compared to the performance parameters of the digital circuits which are built in today's era. Later, with the invention of transistors and the subsequent invention of the integrated circuits, the entire digital circuit design entered a new era. With the invention of ICs, there were various levels of integration. The first level of integration was the small scale integration. Small scale integration would integrate around tens of transistors on a single chip. Examples of small scale integration chips are basic logic gates, which would have transistors in the order of 10s, 20s, 30s, etc. Later came the medium scale integration, in which the number of transistors on the chip were integrated in the order of hundreds of transistors. Examples of medium scale integration chips are multiplexer, decoder, encoder, ICs. Later came the large scale integration, where thousands of transistors were integrated on a single chip. So small microprocessors, small memory elements are good examples of large scale integration. And later came the very large scale integration chips, where the number of transistors integrated on a chip were more than 1 lakh. And today, though we have crossed these numbers, where we are in an era where we have thousands, millions, billions, and trillions of transistors on a chip, we still call this era as VLSI. Now, as we observe, as the number of transistors on a chip goes on increasing, the complexity of design also starts to increase. Especially at the point of large scale integration, the design process starts becoming very complex with more than thousands of transistors on a single chip. And at this stage, designers felt the need to automate the processes because it was highly impossible to verify things manually. And we know that necessity is the mother of invention, and this necessity of automation led to the evolution of the computer aided design techniques, and they began to evolve. Earlier circuits were tested on breadboard and the layout was done on paper. So layout is basically a representation of the schematic which is drawn in terms of transistors, so that the fabrication is easier. So layout was done on paper earlier, or it was done on hand on a graphic compute terminal. But as the processes started becoming very complex, it was difficult to do all these things manually, and the need of automation created the need of CAD tools, and there were lots. When VLSI came into existence, it was not at all possible to verify these circuits on a breadboard, and CAD tools started becoming very critical for verification and the design of VLSI digital circuits. There were computer programs which were created to do automatic placement and routing of the layouts, and they started becoming popular because drawing layout on a paper manually was highly impossible. So there were programs which could do those layouts automatically. They started gaining a lot of popularity, and the designers had started to build gate level designs with on a graphic terminal. So they would build small blocks first and then derive higher blocks from them, and this would continue until the top level block is met. So this is like a bottom up approach. So designers were building smaller blocks and then combining smaller blocks to obtain higher blocks, and then go on combining the higher level blocks until the top level block is built. So finally, logic simulators started coming into existence to verify the functionality of all the circuits before they were fabricated on a chip. Before fabrication, it is important that the circuits are verified, because fabrication is a huge costlier process. So to avoid loss, it is important to do verification, and verification of such complex circuits were easy with the help of logic simulators, with the help of CAD tools. Now, what is HDL? Our course is HDL, Hardware Description Language. How did these HDLs emerge? Let us understand why HDLs arose. So, with the invention of the CAD tools, the designers felt the need to automate process, get a standard language to describe digital circuits specially. So, because they wanted a standard language, HDLs came into existence. There are two types of HDLs, namely VHDL and the Verillog. VHDL stands for Very High Speed Integrated Circuits Hardware Description Language, and the second one is the Verillog HDL. So our course mainly concentrates on Verillog HDL, and this Verillog HDL was found in the year 1983 at Gateway Design Automation. Designers still had to translate earlier, though they wrote a HDL, though HDL had emerged, and they were using HDLs to describe designs. They were still doing manually this conversion of the program into a schematic circuit with interconnections between them. So, but as complexity increases, there was a need for automation, and with the invention of logic synthesis in 1980s, the entire design methodology has changed drastically. So, using logic synthesis, we can directly convert an RTL description, that is a high level description, a hardware description language program, into a schematic program. So, you can describe any circuit at the register transfer level RTL by using a HDL, and later using these logic synthesis tools, we can convert a program that is written to describe a digital circuit into a schematic circuit with interconnection between the gates. So easily we can extract the schematic from the RTL description. This process is known as logic synthesis. HDLs began to be used for system level design and also for simulation of system boards, interconnect buses, field programmable arrays, gate arrays, programmable array logic. So HDL started gaining popularity for simulating various types of system level boards. And today Verilog is an accepted IEEE standard. The original standard was obtained and approved in the year 1995, and later with various features added, we have the upgraded version in 2001, which is the latest version, and this is the version we will be studying in this particular course. So in this particular video lecture, we have understood how CAD tools evolved and how HDLs have emerged. Thank you.